Yes, friends, we can use the highlight and shadow sections in the local exposure part of the camera menu a bit to enhance the visualization. In a moment, look at this highlight. Friends, when I lower this part, you can see that the light intensity increases and decreases. You can use it to increase and decrease the lights. You can push the shadow section a bit more to make the details stand out more. But don't overdo it. See, when you do too much, it takes away from the naturalness, friends. That's why these values may be ideal values for us. We update it this way by saying update again. Friends, if you're working on the render whole, you can set this part to 512 when taking the final render. It's currently rendering at 256. Let's take it and look at our render again. The white balance section here determines our color based on the light's Kelvin value. I can increase or decrease this 6500 value. I can make it blue or garlic-like. In different ways, friends, the 6500 value is the normal value. These are ideal values and provide us with a beautiful image. The lens values are our values for proximity and distance. Look, I've adjusted the proximity and distance value like this, and I've narrowed the angle down to 25 millimeters. And I've made a setting like this. As you can see, friends, sharpness value. I usually use it between 35% and 40%. It leaves a nice effect. But what happens if you increase it? Let's increase it. Look, a lot. Sharpness also affects the quality of the image. So 40% is a sufficient value. The value at the top allows you to focus. By giving black around the edges, it ensures that your focus point works. It allows you to look, friends. You can make adjustments in different ways by setting these. This part here ensures that the camera is vertical. We have different settings at the back of the film. We'll use these in the render section, friends. But the current image is sufficient for us. Getting the setting is enough. It will be sufficient. Settings. Right now, I'm coming back a bit further to also capture the stop text, friends. I pulled back the settings like this. You can also make adjustments related to light from the exposure section. From the enormous menu, you can increase the intensity value, which means boosting the light operation of the HDR. You can adjust the light, meaning where the HDR light will come from, with the rotation value here. Look. This way, we've managed to get the sun to come over here. Look, there was a sun coming from over there. Let's bring this down to the low section, friends. Look, the sun has come over here and created a different ambience. You can achieve different types of ambience like this. Yes, having a bit of sunlight effect here is nice for us. Maybe we can capture this in high resolution, friends. It's a nicer image, but as I said, you can achieve different effects by using various textures within the empty space and making texture distinctions. The effects I've obtained, you have the option to change them from here. There's also an arrow section here. There's a U section. When you activate it in the U section, friends, spotlights. Since it works sensitively in the fog, there will be a slight fog effect where the spotlights hit in a foggy environment. It will give us a nice ambiance. Let the rendering process continue. Right now, we're on low render. Let's also take a high render and see what kind of image we have. We can make the fog less dense by changing the intensity values here. Yes, this is how the process looks in high-quality render, friends. Look, the fog at the tips of the spotlights, meaning the fog effect coming from the distribution of the spotlights, is also showing itself this way. From the effects section here, we can also increase the contrast values. For example, let's set it to 52. We'll increase it a little more or a little more dominant. You see, when I increase it this much, the contrast values really start to stand out. Friends, of course, there's a filter menu here. There are also different options in the filter menu. We have features, for example, from this section here, we can change the ambience instantly. As you can see, for example, this way, we can enhance working with cinematic effects even more. If you want, of course, there's a part that is a bit pleasing to the eye. We can't adjust these settings, but only... Look, selecting these cinematic effects from here will give us a nice impact. For example, we can achieve an effect like this. Let's set our contrast back to 50%. This kind of effect will look nice, friends.